Let's volume up. Good morning. Good evening. Welcome to BWTM Sports. I have with me for the new year, Abel. How are you doing?
Good morning, Inger. Good morning here from Big Bear Lake, beautiful sunny Big Bear Lake. I'm doing
great. So, how was the old year coming into the new year?
We just turned it over with more work. We have fighters in the gym that fight at the beginning of the year, so it's just for now, 2018. It just seems like I'm getting older and they're getting younger.
So let's jump straight into things. First of all, where today or yesterday that Canelo agreed GGG again, but this time he said that he didn't need a rematch clause. How much can you tell us about that?
It's unfortunate that all these misleading coming out. Oscar, I think, put it best in the piece that he put out after all those things came out. He said they're not finished yet. They're not close. He's very adamant about saying that they're not even there. It's unfortunate, like I said, that all these misleading articles that come out saying things that are not true. They are working on the fight. They are. It's not as close as people get out to be. They're working on it.
So, what's the sticking point from what you're hearing, Abel?
You know what? I'm in the gym. As you know, I'm in the gym working with my other fighters. I have no clue what they're still negotiating and what they're still stuck on. I have fights in February with. I have 4 fighters fighting in February, so I'm concerned about that right now. When they finish what they're doing, that's the end of it. It is the training part of it. When they finish what they're doing, then they'll hear about it in 10 weeks before that they decide. I try to stay out of their business. They stay out of mine.
Let's talk about Gassiev. That's the fight that's coming up for you soon. How are things going with training camp with him?
Very good. We're sparring. We're getting prepared for a very difficult fight. Now we're fighting monster. So we have to be ready. But for boxing, I think it's the best fight of a great fight to have at the beginning of 2018. Division is going to shine at the beginning of the year, and the best guy, I think the guy who wins this tournament, I think the best 2 most marketable fighters in the tournament.
Thoughts on Dorticus knocking out his trainer?
That was kind of, that happens, man. It's never happened to me, but it happens. The miscommunication. He thought he wanted a shot up on top and got the chin. But I'm glad he's okay. I'm glad the coach is okay. But it happens. This is how we can get these guys ready. As we take a misstep and we get caught. I've been caught before. I've had my ribs broken by guys. So this job.
Has Gennady ever connected to you like that?
No, I wouldn't be talking to you if he
So
had.
you don't fancy your chin then, Abel?
And your Garcia. Like that, I don't think I'd be talking to right now. I'd be wired shut.
Poor trainer. So, Gassiev, what can we see? Will there be any difference between the Gassiev that fought in the last fight of the tournament? What do you want to see in terms of improvement from Gassiev going into this dangerous fight?
We work on particular things for his improvement, not necessarily for the opponent, but for his improvement. We worked on several things for this fight. Dorticos, because we need to improve to get to the point where when we're beating elite guys who are ready for that challenge. We're not going to practice what we need for those elite guys when we get to them. We're going to practice those things today. Try to improve on everything, all aspects of his game. A little short, so we didn't really have things that we worked on that particular fight. But Dorticos is a talent. Dorticos is a big puncher. So is Garcia. We'll see if Dorticos can take pressure and take the punches from Garcia. But conversely, the same thing. We'll see how Garcia responds when he gets hit from a big punch from Dorticos. But I think that the fans are going to be treated to a very technical, I think, at the beginning fight. But I think that once they get into each other, I think they're going to be banging.
You know you're fighting a big puncher. You don't want to get hit by the big puncher. But is there anything specific you tell your fighters the puncher?
No, I think that we need to fight, and I hope that Dorticos feels the same way. I think that we need to fight the best fight we can fight for our training, for our preparation abilities. If we fight the best fight we can fight, then we're going to do a great job in there. We can do. And if we start adapting to what the other guy does because he does this good, or he throws a great right hand, or he's strong, then we're not going to bring 100% us. That we have to be the best we can be, and they're going to have to adapt to us. And if both guys go in the same way, then, like I said, we're going to be treated to a barn burner.
Okay, we've got some people in the room. Let you know that he says Abel is a predator. His training regime is the best. I'm the biggest fan of GGG and Abel Sanchez. For free, only for a photo with him and Gennady.
Well, you know, if you send some photos that you have, I will make every effort to try to get Gennady to sign them. I can't guarantee it, but because we get a lot of demands, and usually it goes through the publicist and through the publicity department. But if they send something out to our gym out here at PO Box 2911, Big Bird Lake, California, I can make the best effort to try to get it signed. Just send return post with it. If I'm fortunate enough to get him in the position where he's signing things, and I'll get it.
Hugo Boss says, he continues, I'm obsessed with Abel's voice and Gennady. Happiness is when I listen to Abel. When he talks, he's the best to talk to.
You know, I appreciate that. I just say what I know. I try to educate myself on all aspects of the game that I try to teach. Tell you what my philosophy is, and something that makes sense to you, then I'm happy, because that means that we're moving our sport forward. There's a lot of other guys that are great teachers in this business that listen to also. We should all, I think, take into consideration what everybody says and then do what's best for every particular situation.
So this gentleman, his name is Michael Cabro from Sweden, and he wants you to say hello to him.
Hello, Michael. Nice to have you on. I enjoy being with him, and I'm glad you're listening.
Fantastic. Michael, Marky BS says Abel is a legend. So, well, there you go.
All the support. I appreciate the fact that you like my style of training, or fans like my style of training, and my fighters kind of fight that are going to be family, and they're going to be hopefully remembered in the future.
Benjamin Berger asks, who of the cruiserweight should move up to the heavyweight division?
Well, not looking ahead, but if we're successful in this tournament, I feel that Garcia, being 24 years old and growing into his body now at 24, pulling the tournament, winning it, I feel that we need to move him up. I feel that like Evander Holyfield did when he unified the division, Garcia can do the same thing. We'll make an effort to challenge for the heavyweight title if we're successful, and we'll be hosts.
I spoke to Carson Jones recently. I asked him whether you would be in his corner for the Cheeseman fight. He says there's a few things he needs to sort out. From your end, what's the situation?
Carson is training in Minnesota right now. he has some issues still to resolve here. This place does not run on charity, so to resolve those issues, and he's welcome back.
Clears that up. Any thoughts on his fight against Ted Cheeseman, and what does Carson have to do to beat Ted Cheeseman, in your opinion?
I've not seen any tape or any fights of the fella he's fighting. There's no reason for me to, because he's not here. I couldn't venture to say what he needs to do, but I know that Carson needs to get in shape just so he's the best that he can be. And if this kid, I believe this undefeated, is anything, he's going to be a challenge for Carson. Carson's got the experience, but sometimes youth, exuberance, and good training takes over in one fights.
When you say, I know he's in Minnesota, does that mean that we won't get the best of Carson Jones because he's in Minnesota? I mean, the situation seems like it's a financial situation between yourself and him, which I don't want to get into. But does that make him, or without trying to demean or what he's doing in Minnesota, does that mean that he's going to be?
No. Understand that it's not the gym. It's the fighter. The fighter needs to understand he can be training with me here and be lazy. Be here and just be doing half-ass things. Where he's training, it all depends on Carson. If Carson wants to be the best that Carson can be, Carson can put himself in that position to be. He's in Minnesota in a gym where Caleb Truax is, I believe, where he comes out of, doing the unthinkable. It's the Gale. So there's no reason why Carson can, if he puts his mind to it. Caleb being a motivation for him, he's something that makes him train. But it's up to Carson. It's not a one that's the ropes, and Carson is the one that can cheat on us in the gym. Do so much as coaching to get them ready.
More questions being fired in now. DJ Select says, Happy New Year, Abel. What are you most looking forward to this year? I'm guessing Gennady Golovkin and Canelo.
I'm looking forward to putting on fights. If that fight happens and it's another, fantastic. But I'm looking forward to Gassiev putting on a show against Ortigos, and hopefully the winner of Usyk and Breaks is that good. He needs to do exactly what we did in 2017 and to repeat in 2018 and keeps moving forward. We have some good fights in 2017. For us personally, and also for the heavyweight division, Vladimir and Joshua. 2018, the Joshua Wilder fight gets made, and we have another spectacular year. But I think that I'm looking forward to just having boxing be great again, like in 2017.
Are you looking forward to most, Abel, outside your own stable of fighters, not including them?
I think Wilder Joshua is the one that I would like to see. Second would be Eubank's Groves. I think that's answer a lot of questions for our people regarding where Groves is and how good Eubanks has gotten. We'll see if he's at the level of elite. But the Wilder Joshua fight, I think, is the fight that the world is.
Okay. The other day we did an interview. Remember we spoke about Joseph Parker and Anthony Joshua? Got picked up by that got picked up the next day by New Zealand, some New Zealand reporters. And guess what? My uncle was on a flight going out from the Caribbean to America. Interview on the British Airways. Can you believe that?
Wow.
Something, isn't it?
That's wonderful. That means we're great. We're
out there, eh? Hey, so talk to me about more about Joseph Parker and Joshua, which is a fight that looks like he's going to be signed now. I mean, hearing stories that Joseph Parker wants to come in lighter against Joshua. What are your thoughts about that fight and Joseph Parker's chances of retaining his title, a unified champion?
As I said in the past, Joseph Parker and I are familiar because we had a fight with Andy Ruiz that we had a controversial split decision or majority decision in his hometown. Joseph Parker, I think, fight. He understands that he came in a little heavy for our fight, also thinking that Andy was going to be heavy also, which he was because that's just naturally Andy. A very, very talented fighter. I think his asset is the guy he's got in the corner. Joshua, though, a gold medalist is a gold medalist. Skills that I don't think Parker's ever seen before. The only question that I would have in that fight, I believe Parker has got the better chin. But they hit each other in the chin. They will hurt each other. It could be as good, I think, as the Vladimir Klitschko fight because Parker's going to come to the fight.
Talks about he's never been dropped, he's never been wobbled, but then he's never been hit by Anthony Joshua. Does that mean anything? Parker rely on his durability to get close to Anthony.
He can't rely on having a good chin because those big guys at 240, 250, they hit you on the chin going down. I don't care who you are. There's only been one guy I can recall, and that's Randall Cobb that had a chin of granite. But every heavyweight, every great heavyweight, every great fighter has ever fought at some time in their career. Joshua's been hurt, but you're right. I don't think that Joseph Parker has fought a fighter like Joshua. So if they tag each other in the chin.
Pound for pound, Grace asked the question: could Abel explain the difference between one hit that Felix Verdejo has and the breakdown power with and quick power with Gennady Golovkin? What the difference is?
I don't think Felix Verdejo has the one punch hitter kind of power. I think that Felix is a sharp puncher up in quality opposition. I think that his power is not as significant because these guys can take a better shot. Golovkin has very heavy hands from birth. God gave him some heavy hands, just like he some of the great fighters of the past. But having heavy hands or having one hit power, one punch power, it's the timing, it's the preparing the shot. All the greats that you've ever seen knock people out have knocked them out because they set up the shot. They don't necessarily something to set up. I'm going to fight Michael Moore, hit him with the same right hand for 10 rounds, and then when he wants to land it, he lands it with a little more force and knocks him out, and Moore can't get up. Punches, knockout punches, lucky ones where the guy's chins up and sometimes they're set up. If you saw the fight between Dogbo, the Ghanaian kid, and the Mexican kid Juarez, hook. He feinted it downstairs because he thrown it downstairs a lot and get up to the top and knocked Juarez down and eventually out. A guy, Juarez and Gonzalez, the kid when fought several years ago. Juarez kept taking the shot downstairs, kept getting hit by Gonzalez down with a hook to the body, looks down and changes the direction and hits him with it on the chin on top, and it was just a perfect punch.
Okay. DJ Slick asks, do you agree with Errol Spence on his comments on Kell Brook being able to win a title at 154 pounds? Amir Khan wanting to fight now, and signing with the devil, Eddie Hearn. Well.
In the UK, but I think Errol Spence has got that right champion. I think right now, Kell Brook 146, he's moving up to 104.
You're breaking it, Abel. You're breaking up a second. You'll have to start that again.
Errol right what he
Abel, we can't hear you. Abel, you're breaking up again. It's that connection up at Big Bear Mountain.
I hear you fine.
Yeah, but I'm not hearing you. You're choppy. Try again.
feels about his division. He is a world champion at 47. Was an exceptional champion at 157, moved up to 154. I think we have to give him a chance to where he was at 147. He's a kid. He's a very strong fighter. I would like to see in a world title fight with those 54 pounders and see how he does. But I think that he's going to do very well at 154.
Amir Khan.
Amir Khan has been off for a while. I hope that he takes a fight that is not as difficult as he's talking about being off for so long. He's had very fast hands. Not the best of whiskers, but he's a very talented fighter. Amir Khan would be an interesting fight. I think Khan's hand speed give Kel a little trouble at the beginning, but I think Kel would be better to beat him.
What were your thoughts on Billy Joe Saunders' performance against David Lemieux?
I didn't see it, but I heard it was a masterful boxing performance, kind of boring to some people, but he did what he needed to do against a big puncher. I thought that Lemieux was going to put up a little better fight, but he seemed to be F-beat. He couldn't move, he couldn't reposition, and Saunders did what he needed to do and boxed him beautifully.
The gentleman from Sweden, Hugo Boss, continues by saying, I'm from Sweden and I'm willing to fly to US only to meet Abel and GGG and clean for free only to listen to them on boxing.
The unfortunate thing is all the meetings with GGG have to go through his management and his publicity team. Come out and welcome. I would meet him at my gym. Unfortunately, the gym is a private gym. There's no public allowed for agreement with the city. But I would definitely walk up with them. I'd enjoy this.
Fabulous. Abel, any other fights that are coming? Oh, Frampton versus Donaire. What are your thoughts about that?
I think Frampton is a little too big for Donit. His better days, but he's a very talented fighter. But Frampton should have the nod.
One perplexing thing is, and it's not a knock on Freddie Roach, but why do guys like Amir Khan and Scott Quigg decide to go who don't suit their style? Both Quigg and Amir have been quite good offensively, but they both lack defense. But they go to a trainer, Roach, who's attack. This.
Well, I think that me being a fight fan and you being a fight fan, there's some kind of fight that I want to see. Certain kind of styles that I want to see when I pay, whether it's a ticket or whether it's a pay-per-view. When I choose to sit down and waste 2 hours of my time, it's a fight that I don't want to see. I'm wasting my time. Freddie, and I want to say trainers like myself work on defense also. Sure, Freddie works on defense also, but I think it's important for us to give you the kind of fighters. We don't want to give boring fights. So these fighters are going to train Freddie and like myself because maybe they want to be those kind of fighters that the fans are going to. If they haven't been a fighter that the promoter wants to push, maybe there's a reason. Maybe because they can't sell. So as a fan, I want to see. So that's the kind of coach I want. I want if I had a fighter for my fighter to go.
Surely longevity's got to be key as well, because the aim of the game is to hit and not get hit.
You're absolutely right, but like here, nobody here or can have a fighter fight a career of 8, 9, 10 years, and he makes his money and he gets the hell out and goes on about his business. Get a champion for 3 or 4 years, and you couldn't sell him on TV, couldn't give him away on TV. Brigandow, now the WBA stripping him of his title because fortunately he's a very talented fighter, but we are in the entertainment business, and we have to understand what entertainment is. If your favorite actor did a dud movie, you'd only see it once and you talk about how bad it was, but if he did a great movie, you see it 3 or 4 times. So I think that we have to understand as coaches and as fighters and as managers what we need to give the public.
Okay. What about Luis Ortiz and Deontay Wilder? Confirmed for March the 3rd.
Luis Ortiz, I've read somewhere, I'm not accused him of this, but I've read something that he is older than he says he is. He's looked a little older in his last couple fights than he actually has in the past, or maybe age is catching up with him. Kind of fighter that if you're standing there and he hits you with the right hand, you're going to sleep. Just like he did to Stavern. Before the Stavern Wilder fight, I think I told you, if he hits him with the right hand, he's going to sleep for a month. I think that if he hits Ortiz, and Ortiz can be hit, I think Wilder knocks him out somewhere in the second part of the fight.
Abel, people asking the question repeatedly, who's the hardest puncher you've had on the pads?
By far.
So he's harder than Gassiev, you're saying?
If Golovkin was a cruiserweight, he'd be harder than Gassiev hits as a cruiserweight.
Oh boy.
But it's not how hard you hit. It's the smarts and the positioning, the timing that goes into a puncher's arsenal to be able to set up the punch. There's been big punchers like Maidana. Maidana's a huge puncher. Matisse is a huge puncher. But they look for the punch and they are able to land it clean. You have to hide punch, be stealth about the punch to be able to land it.
How do you see a GGG Canelo 2 rematch going, and what differences can you make from your camp?
I think we won the first fight. I think a lot of people think that we won the first fight, so we have some things to work on, but a lot of things. I think that Canelo will make it more of a fight this time, because I think the criticism that he got from the first one got under his skin. He wants to prove to his fans and to himself, I'm sure, that he knows that he can beat Golovkin. And by Canelo exchanging more and being more, it'll make for a better fight for all of us. And I think then Golovkin will be able to land the shots that Canelo was running.
Okay. Lucas Brown is going to be facing Dillian Whyte. That's been confirmed. What are your thoughts on that?
That's a step-up fight for Lucas Brown. Dillian Whyte has been in with some of the best fighters in the heavyweight division, so I think it's Lucas Brown is the one that's stepping up. Experience could be a factor there. Dillian Whyte having the experience is a big fight from time to moment. Where's the fight? Is it going to be in England?
Yes, in England.
Okay, so if it's going to be in England, Lucas Brown is going to be fight time. Dillian Whyte, although he has there, he's an English guy, and he's going to be favored, and he's going to be the favorite there. Lucas Brown is walking into a win that's going to be difficult. Typically, if he's never been there before, been in that position before, so if he can get over those jitters and those at the beginning, I think that it's a very good fight, but I still see Dillian winning the fight. And
the continual stuff of Tyson Fury, he now has confirmed he has left Peter Fury, Ben Davidson, going in a different way and saying he wants easy fights, and then the next minute saying he wants to fight Joshua in the summer. What are your thoughts on Tyson Fury?
I think until he shows serious in the training aspect of it, I don't care who he's gone with. Very high if he's not in the gym doing what he's doing instead of on Twitter or Facebook talking about what he wants to do. Serious. I honestly don't think he'll fight in 2018. I think that he's just going to keep talking and keep talking and keep talking like he did in 2017. Trainers, that's his prerogative. Peter done a great job getting to where he got it. Of course, we as coaches always take them for whatever. But there's no reason for him to change trainers. I think Peter's done a magnificent job, and he should continue.
If for some reason Canelo doesn't, well, I'm hearing different stories. I'm hearing the fight could happen in Mexico. And then obviously today I heard about this thing about the rematch clause. He doesn't want a rematch clause. He doesn't care about having a rematch clause. It doesn't happen like people are saying it's going to happen. Is Billy Joe Saunders a fight that you could still seriously take on?
Oh, I think that it could be a fight. I mean, I think that Golovkin's voiced his opinion in the past about wanting to be a unified champion, but I heard about fighting Jacobs. I mean, there's only so much in a pot. There's only you can yourself out of a fight and not turn it down. And the numbers that I heard that he wanted to fight Jacobs, I can imagine the numbers he's going to want to fight Golovkin. He doesn't bring nothing to the table. I mean, he really is not a marketable fighter that's going to that kind of purse. But me, and if you remember me talking to you, or there's an interview that I did about him fighting elite fighters, he prices himself out a chance to see a great fight. I think it's a great game, but if he's not in the ballpark, it probably won't ever happen.
Danny Jacobs versus Spike O'Sullivan. Your thoughts?
I don't think Spike O'Sullivan is talented enough to beat Danny Jacobs, but it's a good fight.
Of that fight, if you're Spike O'Sullivan, apart from money,
eliminate. As a fighter, yeah, you fight for money, but as a fighter, you want to test yourself against the best. You're always going to think you're better than. I think as a fighter, you test yourself and find out whether you belong here or you belong here. Why waste for the division and for boxing? I think it eliminates one of the two.
All right. Now I want you to be as honest as you can with this question. I'm gonna fire at you, and it's not a disrespectful question. It's more of a. Where is Golovkin in your mind in terms of age? Has he peaked? Is he steady, or is he on the decline?
I think that he's leveled off as far as what we do in the ring and what we are able to do in the ring. I think he's leveled off, but when to a certain point, better. What they get is they get more experience, as in Hopkins. So he's 50 years old. He's using his old fights to carry him through to some of the fight that he was having several years ago. Golovkin, I think, is at the point now where he's not no more in the gym. We're trying to back and practice the things that we were doing in the past, so that we can bring new things into the training. Are going to get better if they fight right opposition. If they fight the best fighters, sometimes it's not so much ability, but the want to fight a fight. If fighter is not in Golovkin's mind, let's just say maybe he doesn't get up for it. In order for these guys to look great, they have to fight the best, so that they're motivated to get to the point where a fighter is a threat. If they're not a threat, it just seems that they lack luster, I guess is a good word for them. But Golovkin, like I said, right now at the peak, it's just a matter of getting the fights that we want in the next couple of years. I think that he will be declined for another couple of years because he's 35 years old. I think that 37, 38, we'll see some measurable decline where you say, well, he's a little slower. If you see the Canelo fight, he was just as fast and trying to cut the ring off and landing punches. Canelo was moving a little bit. So did Hagler have a hard time with length when they fought. And Hagler was that is perfect. So if you get the right styles and mesh well, we get a big fight. To have guys like Vasquez and Marquez weren't, but together needed memorable fights. Gotti and Ward, fighters. They weren't the best defense fighters. They weren't the biggest punches, but together they created big fights. So to answer your question a little more, Ward is no. I don't think he's at the decline. I think he's at his peak, but he will in a couple of years, like everybody, start to show some wear.
Your thoughts on Charlo being mandatory now?
On Charlo being mandatory, I think that Charlo needs to, instead of just sitting down and waiting for payday, it seems that he's done throughout his career, he needs to fight. He needs to stay busy. He fought a 100 man in his last fight that we turned down, or I turned down 3 times, because I thought that we would be criticized for fighting him for the longest time, but I turned him down. I turned him down because what the press was going to say about us fighting. It stops the kid continuing to walk into the ring. So Charlo just needs to fight a couple other fights. Why doesn't he fight the Jacobs? Why doesn't he fight somebody that's make him a little marketable?
All right, so Charlo versus Jacobs seems a natural fight to make.
Great fight. Ooh, great fight. That's a barn burner. The 50-50, very talented. The only thing is the big marquee fight, and I think a Jacobs fight, a big marquee fight. Jacobs, not only record but history. Being a champion, Charlo at 54, he really hasn't had the fight that put him as a big main event. And I think, again, like I was talking about Lucas, sometimes the event creates a little doubt in your mind of whether you belong there. And if that's not the case, I think it'd be a bummer. I think that's a fight I would pay to see.
Fighting Hugo Sinton Jr., who knocked out Emmanuel Alim.
Yeah. Okay, I think, is this the 50-pounder or the 60-pounder that's fighting Sinton?
Well, they say it's for a version. It is for a version of the WBC title.
Middleweight or junior middleweight?
I don't know. It's been told now.
Jamal. I mean, there's two Charlos, so I don't know. I don't know who Centeno's fighting. If Centeno's fighting the middleweight, the guy that just moved up, I think it's Jamal. But Charlo should be for Centeno. It'll make for a good, interesting fight. It's a good punch. Centeno has an excellent left hook, but Jamal is very quick-handed. Tries to the shot that forget a little too much. Jamal, but it's gonna be a good fight.
It's Jamal Charlo, definitely. Yep, Jamal Charlo.
The reason I ask you that is because Julian Williams fought Centeno in middleweight, so I don't know where Centeno is positioning himself in the divisions.
Right.
But if he does fight the pounder, it's a good fight. Charlo wins, though.
It seems every time I mention the name Charlo, you seem to get slightly you seem to I don't know if I get every. I think Charlo seems to be like a bad word to you at the moment.
No. Both guys are brothers are very talented. It's just that when people make Charlo as the mandatory, I don't think Jacobs has earned it. I don't think Charlo has earned a spot at that level. That's my opinion. From what he's done, and I just don't think he's earned. He's very talented. Don't get me wrong. I just think that we need to see him in fights where he becomes a guy that.
Ali's performance against Cotto.
Saddam Ali, unlike some of the other guys that the fight was offered to, took a chance, and that's how we make stars. Stars in this business. Fighters have to take a chance on fighting opponents that will get them to the next level. As as I'm talking about Charlo, that's my point with Charlo. I think that fight was offered to several other fighters, and nobody took it. Ali took it, and that's a job. But I think you have to give credit to the coach too, because the coach has got 3 or 4 guys that are doing very well in his stable that are winning fights that they're not supposed to win. Rozier is doing a magnificent job in Gary Stark. They work together, have some moving up, and Saddam Ali just made him more, I guess, relevant by his big win against Cotto. He caught Cotto at the right time. He caught Cotto aging and injured. So it has a lot to do with this game.
Somebody has responded, Rampage Fan 33, who told us about the he wants to let you know that the reason why Charlo's #1 contender is because he knocked out Jorge Sebastian Haaland, who was the WBC mandatory for Golovkin.
I turned him down 3 times. That's what I just got to telling you. I turned him down 3 times because if we would have fought him, they'd have accused us so many things. This guy just wasn't worthy of being #1 contender. And when he fought Charlo, he had messed up his knee prior to the fight, 2 weeks prior to the fight. He shouldn't have even been in the ring. That doesn't give him right. That doesn't give Charlo the right to face the #1 fighter in the world. At least I don't believe so. Anyway, that's not what the fans will see. That's not what he deserves. He had 1 point.
Okay. If or when, and let's say that Andre Ward decided to come out of retirement and say, at super middleweight,
first of all, I don't think Andre Ward will ever make super middleweight, especially if he's retired. I think Andre Ward got a guy in Kovalev who wants another crack at him. Maybe he's even talking that way anywhere. We made 168. I think that's the kind of fight that market. It all depends on the want of the public and the want of the network. A fight like that, if you recall his purse against that fight, that's why Jay-Z is no longer in the business, because you cannot pay those kind of, it doesn't draw. The fight, unfortunately, you get 125,000 buys for the 2 of the best fighters in the world before this fight. In the previous fight, I think they fought at the Mandalay Bay, that second fight. There was 6,500 people there in the 12,000-seat arena. For 2 of the best fighters, people just didn't want to see the fight. So it all depends on what the desire is from the fans and from the networks. What people are willing to pay. You cannot do a fight when there's no money.
2 more questions. One about Caleb Truex, who we'll be talking to again soon. What are your thoughts on Caleb Truex in a rematch with James DeGale?
I think Caleb should do it, but I think that was legitimate to win against DeGale the first time. At one time, was going to come out to prepare to train, but he had some issues with some things back home in Minnesota. This was a couple years ago. I'm friends with his promoter. So he was going to send him out to train out here, but a young man from a small area, from a small town that but he fighting didn't legitimize it and become the true champion. They doubted him before, they won't doubt him after the second win.
Okay, one more question I've got to ask, and this is more from what a boxer I told you about before. His name is Liam Cameron. He recently became the Commonwealth middleweight champion. Was talking about maybe coming to camp to spar with Gennady Golovkin. Is that possible, and would you allow that to happen?
Well, that's something that they have to send out information about the fighter. Not only I, but management and promoter, to see if it's in our. Golovkin, I have hundreds of guys that want to come out and spar with Golovkin. It's something that's beneficial for everybody concerned. It's easy just to say yes. It has to be researched. Most of the time, I use the guys that I've used in the past. I use it over and over again. Unless it's a left-handed fighter, then we use some left-handed sparring. Guys like Julius Jackson is left-handed also. Other guys that I use are left-handed so they can switch. So, it would have to go through channels. It's not something that just me. I want to come out and spar with Golovkin. It doesn't work that way.
Okay, Julius Jackson, you spoke about him a moment ago, starring as Mayweather, Roger Mayweather in a movie. You know about that? Movie, and he stars as Roger Mayweather.
He's found a new profession.
Well, he told me he's coming back as.
He's a good well-mannered, nice young man. So I would doubt that he could excel at that too.
Do you know anything about Isaac Chamberlain sparring with Usyk ahead of the Akoli fight?
No.
No, you do not. Okay, all right, fair enough, Abel.
Do you?
No, I don't. But no, I don't. That's why I'm asking you. No. And they're both. Aren't they both cruiserweights?
Oh, I don't know.
Yeah. So they're fighting, big fight in October. No, March. Somewhere in March, I think they're fighting. So.
Usyk fights 7th, I believe, of February. Fights greatest Latvia.
Yes. Who do you think wins?
Yeah, I think Usyk is going to have the experience. I think it won't be a fan-friendly fight, but I think. And then the winner of Dorticos Gastiev will fight Usyk in May sometime in Saudi Arabia for the finals.
Right. Okay. All right. Abel, is there anything else I'm missing out before I close off with you?
I just want to.
You're breaking up, Abel.
I have Quadras fighting on the 24th. Carlos Quadras.
Yes.
And then I have Ryan Martin fighting on the 5th in LA, in Los Angeles. Aloffer is promoting 360 Promotions. And then we have Salcedo fighting on the 10th. Also, Alex Salcedo will be fighting on the top rank card. And then I have two guys fighting in France. Will be fighting for the vacant cruiserweight title, PBA cruiserweight title. And hopefully, Michelle Soro will be fighting on the card also. Michelle will be fighting for the interim WBA also. That's still being negotiated. Hopefully, they can put it together, but he will be fighting on the card. So that's the 17th of March.
You know what?
So we have some fights coming up.
I would like to cover some fights in Europe, actually. France is one of those places I'm looking at. Where in France is that going to be?
It hasn't been let out yet as far as the site, but it's being promoted by Sebastian Acaris. So hopefully we'll hear about it very soon. But
okay.
It's the 17th of March.
As soon as you let me know, because I'd like to go over to France and start covering some fights over there. I think it'd be fun to do something different. Yeah, so that'd be great. Oh,
when I hear, I will know.
Yeah, please let me know. Tom Loeffler, I forgot totally about that. Congratulations to Tom. He's going his own way now. What does this mean for Golovkin and everything else?
No, for Golovkin it means nothing. It's just he still works with Golovkin. It's what it means is that he's going to be signing some new talent and promoting them. He's going to have shows here in LA. We develop and we build some future stars like Golovkin and like Garcia.
Fantastic. People are asking me for you to give a breakdown for GGG versus Canelo 2, but I think we'll just wait until closer to the fight. Well, when it's signed, of course.
Until it's made, until when it's signed.
Yeah, let's not talk about that now. I think it's yeah. Are you signing any ladies, Abel?
No, you know what? Whenever I see women fight, I feel like they're my daughters. You know, I feel like they're my daughters or my wife. I don't want to see them hit. I love ladies, and I don't like seeing them hit. It's difficult for me to watch women fight.
I can understand that. I can understand that. As always, thank you so much for talking to BWTM Sports, and we look forward to catching up with you very soon.
Ingram, thank you very much for your time. We'll talk soon.
And let me know if there's anything regarding Gennady and you hear any news. Of course, you know where to get me.
I'll let you know. Thank you.
Thank you. All the best, Abel.
Okay.
Bye-bye.
Okay, bye-bye.
You have it, Abel Sanchez there, talking to BWTM Sports. For those of you who wanted to know how Gassiev's preparations have been going, interview, it's all there. And we will be back. I'm just going to be ringing around and see who I can get tonight. Probably try and catch Kevin Barry if we can. Talk to Truax and see if we can find out what's going on with him. If there's any other interviews, I'll be having them up tonight on BWTN Sports. Shout out to my man Blood Boxing. I hope you've enjoyed that. Appreciate you have enjoyed it, and everyone in the room. Thanks, guys. It's going to be off the cuff. So if I get anybody, we'll just bring them in the room. All right. This has been BWT Sports. As always, don't forget to hit the like and subscribe and leave your comments. As always, we're out. Take care.